TPR stock, Tapestry, is in a strong bullish trend. Its 200-day moving average is sloping bullishly upwards. So to all the other moving averages, the 10, 21, and 40-day moving averages. The company disclosed its earnings outcomes not very long ago. So led by 13% sales growth from Coach, which accounted for 82% of the sales growth. Tapestry's sales rose 7% in its March ended fiscal 2025 quarter. The firm's gross and adjusted operating margins rose 140 basis points to 76.1% and 17.5% respectively on Coach's high average unit retail pricing. Why this matters, according to the folks at Morningstar, Coach continues to gain share in handbags in a tough demand environment for apparel and accessories. Its segment level operating margins have increased to more than 30% now from the mid 20s in the pre pandemic years. Coach sales growth outpaced their 7% estimate and led Tapestry's adjusted operating margin to eclipse their forecasted 130 basis points. In the long run, they project Coach annual sales growth will moderate to about 33%, but they think its recent significant margin gains will hold. Meanwhile, Kate Spade's quarterly sales, 16% of the total, plummeted by 13%, was down their estimate for a 4% decline. Tapestry intends to upgrade the brand's products and marketing to attract customers and limit discounts, but they do not think it has the brand strength or potential of Coach. So let's see now. Tapestry adjusted earnings per share of $1.03 beat their estimate by $0.14. The firm lifted its full year earnings per share guidance to $5 per share from 4.85 to $4.9 range previously, but they expect to raise their forecast to more than $5 given the third quarter results and Coach's stellar momentum. So Tapestry uses a largely Southeastern Asian supply chain. The tariffs are not expected to have any material effect on fiscal 2025 results, but could raise costs in 2026. However, they think that's the folks at Morningstar. They think the combination of lower prices paid to producers and price increases will minimize the impact. Okay, so it's just a brief business outlook. So the folks at Morningstar believe Tapestry has a narrow moat based on the brand strength and pricing power of Coach, which is 76% of fiscal 2024 revenue. The firm has turned Coach around through store closures, restrictions on discounting, and increased e-commerce. The brand is a leader in the attractive handbag category and consistently generates gross margin above 70%. Further, they expect growth in complementary categories like footwear and fashion. Coach sales and profitability have surged lately as the brand has gained a strong following among younger consumers. Coach products are sold in about 60 countries. Although the brand generates about 6% of its sales in North America, its international appeal is growing. Over the next 10 years, they forecast compound annual average sales growth of 2% in North America, about 4% in Greater China and other Asia, and 6% in Europe and other international markets. In fiscal 2024, 88% of Coach sales were generated in Tapestry-owned channels. So the company has strong control over pricing, inventory, and marketing. So they do not think that Tapestry is smaller brands like Spade, 20% of sales, and Stuart Wiesman, 40%, contribute to a moat. Kate Spade is primarily a handbag brand like Coach, but its retail pricing and profitability are much lower. Specifically, in fiscal 2024, Coach has achieved a significant operating margin of 32%, but Kate Spade's operating margin was only 10%. Meanwhile, it has been reported that Tapestry may sell luxury footwear brands towards Witzman, but which had which has had declining sales and has been consistently unprofitable. Tapestry agreed to purchase Nomos Capri at a total cost of about $8.5 billion, but the deal was terminated after it was blocked by the government on antitrust grounds. Although the folks at Morningstar have seen value in a combination, they do not think that the failure of the deal has any significant effect on Tapestry's competitive position or value. So this is what the Bulls are saying. Coach is one of the share leaders in the desirable category of handbags and other leather goods. Coach bags achieve better pricing than many others, allowing the gross margin above 7%, 70%. Kate Spade has lower profitability than Coach, but also competes in the attractive handbag space. So they think it has sales growth and margin enhancement opportunities. Although distributed globally, Coach is relatively under-penetrated in international markets. So the forecast in its sales in Greater China and other regions will grow faster than in North America. So the bears are saying that women's handbags and other accessories account for about 70% of Coach sales. Although there are many Coach products, it lacks the diversification of other peer upscale brands. The failure of the Capri deal puts Tapestry's long-term strategy in some doubt. The company remains highly dependent on Coach as the source of more than 90% of its operating income. Stuart Wiseman has had declining sales and it's unprofitable. It provides little value to the company and it's a distraction for the management. So yeah, well, some so far things the sale is a good one for TPR stock. Underlying trend strongly bullish, fundamentals looking good, but the long term prospects not fantastic. Strictly dependent on one brand. Diversification is not there. But so what we're looking at right now on this daily chart is extrapolation. Is that it's expected that a contraction of the strength it has picked up since early April will be contracted somewhat, will be consolidated. We don't have any upper projections here on the daily chart, no upper projections. But it does not mean that it can't print high highs. You know, let's see now. Let's have a look at its weekly chart and see what we have. On the weekly chart, let's see. Yeah, here, okay, yeah, here we are looking at a contraction as well. We're looking at a contraction. No upper projections in play here. Nothing. No upper projections on its weekly chart. Yeah, yeah. So strongly bullish. Tapestry stock on its 4-hour chart. Let's see. Strength is what is projected. Yeah, high prices are expected up till Friday the 23rd of May or thereabout. Yeah, high prices are projected. So in a very short time, there seems to be an opportunity, but in the medium term, not it's more of a contraction that is expected even up till the end of the year. More of a contraction, but let's see. It has performed really well amidst in the midst of tariff uncertainty and the rebalancing brought about by the U.S. administration. It has been able to deliver decent gains for investors. Who knows whether it's going to continue to do so over the next 90 days. Yeah. So here we don't have any upper projections on this 4-hour chart. So see what you make of Tapestry stock, and thank you very much for watching this video.